think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hello, it is Nikki and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working with some resin. I actually made these for a pop-up shop that I had a few weeks ago, and I'm just getting around to editing the video. But this is some leftover resin that I have for a piece that I didn't record. Because originally I wasn't going to record, because trying to record and do resin, putting the camera, it's a lot of work. So I originally started off with no intention to record this process, but then I was like, who don't want content? So this is some leftover resin from that piece. I do unmold it later in the video so you can see what it looked like when it's finished. I am trying a new position of placing my camera when working with resin, so you have an overview. My hand won't be in the way, but that still ain't work because I had to edit a lot of stuff out because my hand was in the way. So I'm still working on different angles on how to place my camera so you can at least see what I'm doing. I did mix my colors off camera just to save time on the video. And so the three colors I am working with is this magenta pink, which is like a hot pink. I am doing white and a lighter pink. And so I'm just layering these colors to do what we call a dirty pour, and it's going to give like a nice marble effect. And because that white and that light pink were so similar in color, it just canceled, that pink just canceled out the white. So I do know next time I need to go a little darker on the second pink so it's not too close to white. Now, if you pay close attention to the resin, you will notice that it is pulling to one area and it's not spreading evenly. And that is because my table not level. So the design is more pulling to one side of the mold. So you want to make sure that your table is level before doing something, because it's not, your design not going to turn out like you wanted it to turn out. And here I'm going in with this heat gun just to pop any bubbles. So this is a breast cancer pop-up shop, which in turn is why I'm using pink and white. And I'm not filling these molds completely to the top because I'm going in with a vinyl sticker to place on top of this. So I only needed two, but I end up having more resin. And so I'm just going to empty the remaining of the resin into this one and then make another sticker, because I technically only have two, but because I have enough resin, I'm just gonna make another sticker and use it for this one. So at this point, the resin has been sitting for a while, and so it started to cure, and it's not spreading as easily as it was before. And so I'm just using this heat gun just to warm up the resin a little bit so it can have more fluid to it and able to move a little easier. So once these are done, I'm going to cover them up and let it sit for 24 hours. So here we are the next day. The resin is fully cured. And so I'm going to go in and place this vinyl sticker on top of the resin. So here I am demolding the first resin piece that I created that I didn't record. This is the finished result. And so unlike the coaster mold with this tray, you're working in reverse. So I wasn't 100% sure how it was going to come out because you can't really see the front of it until you demold it. And so I was thoroughly surprised and pleased on how it turned out. It turned out so much better than I expected it, and I absolutely love it. So here I am struggling with this vinyl sticker, and the key to placing this vinyl sticker is making sure you do not break the seal around the coaster, because once the seal is broken, it is going to be very hard to place the top layer because it's going to seep through the bottom. And so for some reason, I sized this a million times, printed it out, made sure it fit, but for some reason, it was still too big. So I end up having to cut the butterfly away from the words and place it individually. So this is the second piece, and I'm making sure it fits before I take it off the backing, just so it is perfectly aligned. So to finish these off, I'm just going to top it with some clear resin. So what happened when mixing the clear resin, I end up getting a ton of micro bubbles in the resin. And so to avoid the resin not turning out the way I want it, because bubbles, you don't want bubbles. So I end up pouring it in layers and using the hot heat gun to pop some of those micro bubbles before pouring the rest. So I kind of poured in layers, because what happened on previous pieces, when I pour all at one time, it's hard to get the bubbles out. So I figured, let me do it in layers and I can pop the bubbles as I'm pouring. And I end up repeating the same process on this one as well. I'm not going to let you sit through the whole process. We just going to skip to the next day and do the demolding. So here we are the next day to do the demolding. I absolutely love how these turned out. The pop-up shop was a complete success. I do have some of these coasters still available, because I did end up making a few more with different designs, and so not all of them sold. So I do have some available that I'm maybe considering putting on the website. And I use these, you can use it as one of two ways. You can use it as a decor display, or you can use it as a coaster. And so you does do have the variety but I do sell them as a display decor more than a coaster. If you've made it this far in the video, I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. If you're new here, you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. To my returning subscribers, thank you so, so much for your continued support. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Until the next time, bye-bye.